In the last 5 years, the person who betrayed you the most, whether in a relationship, in business, or in friendship, actually, they showed their real face at the moment you met them. Yes, they revealed it on the very first day. Their body language was shouting loudly that I am the person who will betray you in the future. Their eyes were telling you, their voice were telling you, but you didn't see it. Why? Because no one ever taught you how to read people. In school, you're taught math, science, history, subject which has nothing to do with real life. 15 years of books after books, exams after exams. But the most important skill, understanding human beings, was never part of any syllabus. The FBI agents are taught this from day one they start their training. The world top intelligence agency, the CIA operatives are taught this skill. People who negotiate billion-dollar deals know about this skill. But you weren't taught this life-saving skill. Look, there are only 2 kinds of people in this world. Number 1 are those who read people, and number 2 are those who get read. Just 2 categories. Now pause this video, think honestly, and tell me in the comment below, which one have you been up to now? The people who read others control situations. The people who get read are controlled. Those who read deceive. Those who get read are deceived. From today onward, it's your decision who you want to be.
Now, before you decide, you need to understand what people who read others do differently. This is not something we see in Hollywood movie. History has real people who built and destroyed empires using this single skill. They controlled presidents, made millions and billions of dollars. There was one man who ran America's most powerful agency for 48 years. 8 presidents came and went, and no one could ever try to remove him. Now you may be asking, how is this even possible, and who the hell was he? That's important to understand. His name was J. Edgar Hoover, director of the FBI, from 1924 to 1972. During those 48 years, 8 American presidents changed. President like Franklin Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, all came and went. But Hoover stayed. No administration could shake him. That wasn't normal. It was almost impossible. Normally, that position lasts 5 to 7 years. When a president changes, the director also changes. Technically, the president can remove the FBI director. The law says so. But no one could remove Hoover. And it is a very big question. Why and how?
There are many rumors. Some people say he had files, secrets, that he blackmailed people. Wrong. He did have files, but files alone don't create power. The real thing was something else. Hoover never threatened anyone directly. He never said, "Do this or I'll expose you." So what did he do? He'd be sitting in a meeting with a politician, discussing some policy, and casually say, "Sir, I have a question. What college does your daughter study in?" That's it. Game is over. An innocent-sounding question. But what message went through? I can reach your family and I know your personal life. In another meeting, a file is casually placed on the table. "Sir, this is a recent surveillance report. We were tracking someone else, but you also appeared in the frame. It may be a coincidence, but don't worry, sir, the file is closed now. The topic changes. But the message is clear. I'm watching you all the time." This isn't blackmail. This is psychological control. Understand the difference. In blackmail, you say, "Do this, or I will do something which may not like." In psychological control, you say nothing. Your presence is enough. Your awareness is enough. I'm here, I know, and I can. The rest is done by the victim's own mind. They create their own fear. They control themselves. You don't have to do anything. And that's far more powerful. Because there's no proof and no evidence that you have blackmailed them. They can't take it to court. It's just a mind game. And it worked for 48 years. But how did Hoover do this? How did he decide whom to target? He read people. Sure, Hoover was a power player. He was the head of the FBI. Agencies behind him and resources are with him. But the real question is, can a normal person like you and me read people like this? A 16-year-old answered that question, had no agency, no power, no position, and no degree. And he made millions just by reading people. His name was Frank Abagnale Jr. You may have seen the movie Catch Me If You Can with Leonardo DiCaprio. That's his story, a real story. But his true genius wasn't fully shown in the movie. At 16, he ran away from home. By 21, what had he done? Forged checks worth $2.5 million back in the 1960s, which today would be worth tens of millions of dollars. He became a pilot without any training, wearing a Pan Am uniform and flying free, over 250 flights. He worked as a doctor in a hospital for 11 months without a degree. He became a lawyer without passing the exam, using fake documents, and no one doubted him for years. Think about it. A 16-year-old, no experience, no training, and doctors, lawyers, airline officials all believed he was real.
Later, when the FBI caught him and hired him as a consultant, he explained how he selected his targets. He called them marks. He said, "I didn't look for marks. Marks found me. They sent signals and I just watched for it." Now the question is, what kind of signals and what marks he was talking about? First, loneliness. People who ate alone in restaurants, who were desperate for eye contact, who were eager to talk to strangers. They wanted attention. They wanted connection. Abagnale gave them attention. 5 minutes of conversation and instant trust was formed. Second, greed. Eyes that lit up at the word opportunity. People excited by secret information, who wanted shortcuts, fast money and fast success. Greed shuts down logical thinking. They stop asking questions. Red flags become invisible, even it was wavering on their face. That's exactly what Abagnale needed. Third, validation seeking. People constantly looking for approval. People like who always saying, "I did right, didn't I? Is this okay? Blah, blah, blah." Insecure people who need external confirmation. Give them validation and acceptance, and they'll do anything in return. They will believe in anything you say to them and sign any paper. Hoover read powerful people. Abagnale read ordinary people. Now understand the science behind it. This is taught in FBI training, especially in interrogation techniques. It's not easily available, but if you understand it, the game changes. Joe Navarro spent 25 years in the FBI catching spies. He conducted over 13,000 interrogations. Hardcore criminals, foreign spies, expert liars, everything. And one thing was always true: the body does not lie. Why? Because inside your brain sits an ancient animal, the limbic system. It's thousands of years old. When your ancestors lived in jungles and faced a lion, this part activated. Fight, flee, or freeze. Today there's no lion. There's a boss, an interviewer, an angry customer, a suspicious spouse. But the brain is the same. And you don't control it. When your brain senses danger, your heart rate increases. You didn't decide that. It just happens. Your palms start sweating. Muscles get tense. Your face turns red. Pupils dilate. Breathing changes. Automatically. All of this is outside your control. This is the foundation of body language. Words come from the front part of the brain, which is called the thinking brain. You choose what to say. You can rehearse, edit, filter, and lie. But the body is controlled by that ancient animal brain. And here's the key. That animal brain is not a slave to your thinking brain. It acts on its own rules. Your mouth may say, "Everything is fine," but your body is screaming. That's why when someone lies, their words may sound perfect, polished, and rehearsed, but the body will always leak the truth. Sigmund Freud wrote in 1900, "He who has eyes to see and ears to hear may convince himself that no mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips. Betrayal oozes out of him at every pore." Thank you for watching, and see you in the next amazing video.